Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram
Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tato Jayamudirayet
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nishtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki
Bhaktir Bhavati
Bhaktirina Ishtiki.
Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1 Chapter 15 Verse 20 Soham Nrupendra Rahita Purushottamena
Soham Nipendra Rahita Purushottamena
Sakya Priyena Sukrudha Hrudayena Shunya
Sakya Priyena Suhrita Hridayena Sunya
Advani Urukrama Parigraham Angaraksham
Advani
Urukrama Parigraham Angarakshan
Gopaira Sadbirabaleva Vinirjitosmi
Gope Asatbhir Abadeva Vinirjito Asmi
Ashmi.
Soham Nrupendra Rahita Purushottamena
Soham Nipendra Rahita Purushottamena
Sakya Priyena Sukrudha Hrudayena Shunya
Sakya Priyena
Suhrita
Hridayena Shunya
Advani Urukrama Parigraham Angarakshan
Advani
Urukrama Parigraham Angarakshan
Gopaira Sadbirabaleva Vinirjitosmi
Gopera
Abaleva
Shadhi Abala Iva
Asmi.
Vinirjota Asmi.
Krishna Chandra
So aham nipendra rahita purushottamena
So Purushotamena
Sakhya priyena suhita hridena sunya
Sakhya Priyena Suhita Hridayena Sunya
Advani urukrama parigraham angarakshan
Advani
Urukrama Parigraham
Angarakshan
Gope asadbhi abhaleva vinirjito asmi
Gopera Asadhi Iva Vinirjita Asmi.
I don't know if the Divya will be able to do that. She'll be traveling in train. You want to try?
Okay, sir. So aham nipenda rahita purushottamena
So
aham nipendra rahita purushottamena
Sakhya priyena shuhda hridayena shunya
Sakhya
priyena
Priyena
suhita hridayena
Sunya
Advani urukrama parigraham angarakshan
Advani
urukrama parigraham angarakshan
Gopir ashadbir abaleva vinirjito ashmi
गोपे अस्मि.
Very nice. Thank you. Next, Preeti Rupini Radhika.
सोहम नृपेंद्र रहित पुरुषोत्तमेन
सोहम
नृपेन्द्ररहित पुरुषोत्तमेन
सख्या प्रियेण सुहृद हृदयेन शून्या
सख्या
प्रियेण
हृदयेन
शून्या
अध्वनि उरुक्रमा परिग्रहम् अंगरक्षन्
अध्वनि
परिग्रहम् अंगरक्षन्
गोपैरसद्भिरबलेव विनिर्जितोऽस्मि
Translation purport by His Divine Grace of Charnarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Synonyms: so that,
that
aham myself,
myself,
Nripendra, O Emperor,
Indra, O Emperor,
Rahita, bereft of,
Rahita, bereft of,
Purusha Uttamena, by the Supreme Lord,
Purusha Uttamena, by the Supreme Lord,
Sakya, by my friend,
Sakya, by my friend,
Priyena, by my dearmost,
Priyena, by my dearmost,
Suhruda, by the well-wisher,
Suhrida, by the well-wisher,
Hrudayena, by the heart and soul,
Hridayena, by the heart and soul,
Sunya, vacant,
Shunya, vacant,
Advani, recently,
Advani, recently,
Urukrama Parigraham, the wives of the all-powerful,
Urukrama Parigraham, the wives of the all-powerful,
Anga, bodies,
Anga, bodies,
Rakshan, while protecting, Gopaihi, by the cowherds,
Gopaihi, by the cowherds,
Asadbihi, by the infidels,
Asadbihi, by the infidels,
Abala, Iva, like a weak woman,
Abala, Iva, like a weak woman,
Vinirjita Asmi, I have been defeated.
Vinirjita Asmi, I have been defeated.
Translation, please repeat after me. O Emperor,
O Emperor,
now I am separated from my friend and dear most well-wisher.
now I am separated from my friend and dearmost well-wisher,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
And therefore my heart appears to be void of everything.
And therefore my heart appears to be void of everything.
In his absence,
In his absence,
I have been defeated by a number of infidel cowherd men.
I have been defeated by a number of infidel cowherd men
While I was guarding the bodies of all the wives of Krishna.
while I was guarding the bodies of all the wives of Krishna. Purport.
The important point in this verse is how it was possible that Arjuna could be defeated by a gang of ignoble cowherd men, and how such mundane cowherd men could touch the bodies of the wives of Lord Krishna who were under the protection of Arjuna. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has justified the contradiction by research in the Vishnu Puran and Brahma Puran. In these Puranas, it is said that once the fear denizens of heaven pleased Ashtabakra Muni by their service and were blessed by the Muni to have the Supreme Lord as their husband. Ashtabakra Muni was carved in 8 joints of his body, and thus he used to move in a peculiar curved manner. The daughters of the demigods could not check their laughter upon seeing the movements of the Muni, and the Muni, being angry at them, cursed them that they would be kidnapped by rocks even if they would get the Lord as their husband. Later on, the gods again satisfied the Muni by their prayers, and the Muni blessed them. Then their husband, soon after being robbed by the rocks. So, in order to keep the words of the great Muni, the Lord himself kidnapped his wife from the protection of Arjuna. Otherwise, they would have at once vanished from the scene as soon as they were touched by the rocks. Besides that, some of the gopis who prayed to become wives of the Lord returned to their respective position after their desire was fulfilled. After the departure of Lord Krishna, he wanted all his entourage back to Godhead, and they were called back under different conditions only.
Hari Om Tat Sadama Jnanati Mirandasi Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathak Swamin Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaurakatha Thamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavate Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudanam Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangulangai Tegirim Tirpatamam Sri Gurum Denatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So Arjuna is feeling intense separation from Krishna, his dearmost friend and dearmost well-wisher. And he was remembering the past time where with the Gandiva bow, he was entrusted all the wives of Krishna for protection, and he was taking them, guarding them. And that time, some hunters came there. And they, infidel cowherd men, they came like hunters. And they, with the Gandiva bow, Arjuna was actually fighting against them to God, but he was defeated, and they have stolen the wives of Krishna. This is the pastime, which is very thrilling. And Arjuna is remembering that wonderful pastime. And in the purport, Prabhupada and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur both are clarifying the reader's doubt, because in the Kali Yuga, we cannot understand the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord. How is it possible that wives of Krishna be stolen by somebody else? Second thing, how it is possible that Gandiva bow carrier Arjuna, he can be defeated by an ordinary person? This is actually impossible. This is actually impossible. Though we have seen in 2-3 verses behind that the Lord will withdraw his power, the empowerment once it is no more required. That's another thing. But here it seems Arjuna had the Gandiva bow and he was fighting with the same chivalry valor, but still he was defeated. And he is feeling that because Krishna was not with me, even Gandiva bow could not keep my strength. I was defeated by even a mundane cowherd man. So how it is? So he was remembering. And here in purport, Prabhupada and Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is being quoted by Prabhupada is telling that there is actually no contradiction, because from the Vishnu Purana and Brahma Purana, we understand that actually these denizens of heaven, they have pleased Ashtavakra Muni. Ashtavakra Muni has 8 bends in his in the joints of his body, and when he walks very crookedly, because that is how his body was made, and it brought about a laughter. So when he was initially, he was inside the water, and then he was pleased by the service of these damsels. So he has blessed them. May you all get the Supreme Personality of God as your husband. What more benediction can one ever want as a woman? And they were extremely happy. And then with the utmost happiness, they all were about to leave. At the time, this Ashtavakra Muni, he came out from the water. At that time only they saw him, how he was bent and he was walking in a manner that brought about a laughter. So they could not check their laughter. And Ashtavakra Muni felt insulted. So he immediately got angry naturally, and he has cursed them that even though you would become the wife of the Supreme Personality of God, and you would still be kidnapped by the rogues. So this was his curse. And then they were all became very afraid. Who wants to separate from the Supreme Personality of God? Especially after got him as a husband? Absolutely no one. So they again have pleased Ashtavakra Muni, and then he said, okay, don't worry, you will regain your position as the wives of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the Ashtavakra Muni. In order to make Ashtavakra Muni's words true, Lord Krishna has entrusted his wives to Arjuna at the time of disappearance. And then Krishna appeared as many cowherd men, and he has kidnapped his own wife from different form. Otherwise, by the touch of somebody, the wives would have vanished on that spot. It is not possible to touch the wife of Krishna. Ravana never touched Sita. So this has to be understood. So Krishna has again come as that in the past time, and he has kidnapped his own wives. So in this way, that pastime were fulfilled. And Arjuna was remembering this pastime in separation from Krishna. Won't write anything, something. Go to the next page. That is yours. Huh? So let's go to the next verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 16, verse 21. Tadvaidanosta ishavas sarato hayaste. Soham rathi nripatayo yatha namati. Sarvam shanena tad abhuda sad ishariktam. Pasman hutam kuhakaradham evoptamushyam.
Bhashman kuhakaradham ivoptamushyam.
Tadvaidanusta ishavas saratho hayaste.
Tadvaidanusta ishava sarato hayaste.
Soham rati nripatayo yatha anamanti.
Soham rati nripatayo yata anamanti.
Sarvam shanena tad abhuda sati shariktam.
Sarvam shanena tat adbhut ashad ishariktam.
Basmam hutam tuhakaradham evoptamusyam.
Bhasmam hutam kuhakaradham ipoktam usyam.
Minta dapat nggak minta nih? Ini juga dapat ini war.
Divya Rupa, you would like to recite? Krishna Chandrananda Kumar. Preeti Rupini.
धनुस्त ईशवासरथो हयास्ते
तत्वै
Dhanusta Ikavastarato Hayaste.
अहं रथि नृपतयो यथा अनामन्ति
Soham
So'aham
Rati
rati nripatayo yata anamanti.
सर्वं शनेन तद् अभुज असद् ईशरिक्तम्
Sarvam
Sarvanena
shanena tat
tadbhut ashad
adbhut
ishariktam.
भस्मन् भूतं कुहकराधम् इवोक्तमुष्यम्
Bhashman bhutam
Kuhakaradham
kuhakaradham
Evoktamusyam.
Pushyam.
Divya Rupa would like to.
Yes, sir. Tadvai dhanushta ishava saratho hayaste.
Tadvai Dhanusta Ishavastarato Hayaste.
So aham rati nripatayo yata anamanti.
So'aham rati
Nripatayo
nripatayo yata
anamanti.
anamanti.
Sarvam shanena tad abhud ashad ishariktam.
Sarvam
Sarvam
shanena
Shanena
tat abhut
Tadabhuda
asad
Shariktam.
ishariktam.
Bhashman hutam kuhakaradham evoktam ushyam.
Basmam
Mam
Bhutam
hutam kuhakaradham
Kuhakaradham
evoktam
Evoktamusyam.
usyam.
Synonyms. Tat, the same.
Tat the same.
Tat
Why?
the same.
The same.
Why? Certainly.
Why certainly?
Why certainly?
Dhanu, the, the same bow.
Dhanu
Dhanush
the same bow.
bow.
Ishava, arrows.
Ishava arrows.
Arrows.
The very same.
Sa the very
The
same.
very same.
Ratha, chariot.
Ratha
Ratha,
chariot.
a chariot.
Haya, the very same horses.
Ratha.
Hayate the very same horses.
Saham, I am the same Arjuna.
Saham, I am the same Arjuna.
I am the same Arjuna.
Rathi, the chariot fighter.
Rathi the chariot
Rathi,
fighter.
the chariot fighter.
Nripataya, all the kings.
Nripataya, all the
Nripatya,
kings.
all the kings.
Yatha, whom?
Yatha, whom?
Anamanti offered the respect.
Anamanti
Anamanti offered their respect.
Sarvam, all.
Sarvam, all.
Sarvam all.
Shanena, at a moment's notice.
Shanena at a moment's
At
notice.
the moment's notice.
Tanena at the moment's notice.
Tat, all those.
Tat,
all those.
That all those.
Abhut, became.
Abhut
Abhut
became.
became.
Asat, useless.
Asat, useless.
Isha, because of the Lord.
Isha, because of the Lord.
of the Lord.
Riktam, being void.
Riktam, being void.
Riktam, being void.
Bhasman, ashes.
Bashman,
Bhasman,
ashes.
ashes.
Hutam, offering butter.
Hutam,
Hutam,
offering butter.
offering butter.
Kuhakaradham, money created by magical fiats.
Kuhakaradham,
Guhakaradham, money
created
created by
by
magical
magical
feats.
feats.
Iva, like that.
Eva, like
Eva,
that.
like that.
Uttam, sound.
Uktam,
Uttam,
sound.
Ushyam, in barren land.
Ushyam, in barren land.
land.
Translation, please repeat after me. I have the very same Gandiva bow.
I
I have
have
the
the
very
very
same Gandiva bow.
I have the very same Gandiva bow.
The same arrows.
the
The
same
same
The
arrows.
arrows.
The same chariot drawn by the same horses.
the
The
same
same chariot drawn by the same
horses.
horses.
And I used them as the same Arjuna to whom all the kings offered their due respects.
And I used them as the same Arjuna to whom
And I
all the
used
kings
them
offered
as
their
the
due
same
respect.
Arjuna to whom all the kings offered their due respects.
But in the absence of Lord Krishna,
In the absence of Lord Krishna,
all of them
all of them
at a moment's notice have become null and void.
at a moment's notice have become null and void.
Exactly like offering clarified butter on ashes.
It is
Exactly
exactly
like offering clarified butter on ashes.
butter and ashes.
Accumulating money with the
Butter
magic
on
wand.
ashes.
Accumulating
money with the
magic
magic
wand.
wand.
Or sowing seeds on barren land.
Or
Or
sowing
sowing
seeds on
seeds
barren
on
land.
barren land.
Purport.
Purport.
Black color sleeve.
As we have discussed more than once, one should not be puffed up by borrowed plums. All energies and powers are derived from the supreme source, Lord Krishna, and they act as long as he desires and cease to function as soon as he withdraws. All electrical energies are received from the powerhouse, and as soon as the powerhouse stops supplying energy, the bulbs are of no use. In a moment's time, such energy can be generated or withdrawn by the supreme will of the Lord. Material civilization without the blessing of the Lord is child's play only. As long as the parents allow the child to play, it is all right. As soon as the parents withdraw, the child has to stop. Human civilization and all activities thereof must be devoted with the supreme blessing of the Lord, and without this blessing, all advancement of human civilization is like decoration on a dead body. It is said here that a dead civilization and its activities are something like clarified butter on acid. The accumulation of money by a magic wand and the sowing of seeds in a barren land.
Hariom Tasad, over to Shanta Gopinathji.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Yashodanantahana Jaya Vraja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Guru. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Om Jnanati Mirandasya. Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurvanmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Jai Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So, very, very wonderful purports by Srila Prabhupada. So here we are seeing that Arjuna is expressing first his separation from Krishna, and he's overwhelmed with sorrow of separation, and he remembers how Krishna instructed him in the war field and how they both were very close friends, and how Krishna reciprocated with him. And now he's talking about how he is powerless without Krishna. So this is very, very important for us to understand that we should never ever be puffed up by any of the qualities which we develop as a devotee. We may achieve many things. So this is due to the Sakti Avesh, like Supreme Personality of Godhead is extending his power. He's just, we can say, bestowing his mercy by empowering a person to achieve certain things in Krishna consciousness. So one should not become puffed up by the service. One should rather become humble. So here, it is not that, okay, I'm a devotee, so I'll become humble. But no, it is really true that Krishna empowers by his power, potency. Only then we can achieve any service. So here we see that Arjuna is expressing, I'm the same person. I have the Gandiva bow, and I'm the same arrows also. Bow is also same. The arrow is also same. The chariot also by the same horses they are drawn. And I also use them as the same Arjuna. So we can see that Arjuna was very nicely well trained and educated by Dronacharya. So very wonderful teacher. Very many people glorify the teaching of Dronacharya, the dedication of Arjuna, the sincerity of Arjuna, the talent. He's called Dhananjaya, is called Dhanu. In Dhanu also he's very expert, and so many qualities of Arjuna. He's also called Vijaya, the one who brings victory. But here he's expressing his real position, to whom all of the kings offered their due respects. The same Arjuna to whom all the kings offered their due respect, because he was the greatest achiever in the Mahabharata war. But here he is expressing his real situation. In the absence of Lord Krishna, all of them, all these things at moment's notice have become null and void. With Krishna, without Krishna. This is what we have to understand. So it is, so he's comparing it with the three things. One is exactly like offering clarified butter on ashes. Clarified butter is nothing but ghee. So Westerners, they don't use the word ghee. They have the word called butter. And when the butter is heated up, then it becomes ghee. And we call it ghee and they call it clarified butter. So clarified butter is nothing but ghee. So when you offer it on the ashes, generally it is offered on the fire, and the fire really comes up and it really with good blaze. It will take a good blaze. But here you see that it just has become, after the fire is switched off, only ashes are remaining. And if you offer any ghee on that, it's going to be a waste. Same way here, accumulating money with a magical wand. Many people, they go to big Swamijis. They say that, okay, come to me, I'll solve your issues. And they go to some Swamijis with some magical power. So this magical power comes from some yoga shakti or something like that. And they go, okay, I went to that Swamiji, so he will bless me, I got a bungalow. So when the Swamiji dies, and the bungalow will vanish. Either the bungalow will vanish, or it will be sold, or it will be on bank loan or something. You'll have a loss and you need to sell it, and it will become a disturbance. It will just vanish. How it appeared, the same way it will vanish. So there is no use of anything which appeared due to magic. So magic, they will take a rabbit, and after some time the rabbit will also disappear due to the magic. You can see some people performing magic. So if there is a money which is taken out of a magical wand, then it may not be used because it will again disappear. And same way, in a barren land where there is no water, where there is no nourishment, whatever seeds you throw, it is not going to fructify. So then it's a waste. Same way he's comparing this to that. So Prabhupada in the purport is mentioning that more than once we have discussed that one should not be puffed up by the borrowed plum. So Krishna empowers. All energies and powers are derived from the Supreme Source. So Krishna gives whatever you are today, whether you are a devotee or a non-devotee. Whether you are a devotee or non-devotee, Krishna is the source of all opulence. So Krishna is described as Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulence. Man means the possessor. Bhagavan means the possessor of the opulence. So the definition for the word Bhagavan is given in Bhagavan Vacha is coming in Bhagavad Gita. So when Krishna is speaking, Vyasadeva is mentioning, Bhagavan is speaking. So the Vyasadeva's father, Parasara Muni, he is giving a definition of the word Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulence and Van means possessor. So he's describing one who is full of actually unlimited opulence, but prominently 6 opulence. Krishna has unlimited opulence, but prominently he's mentioning 6. Unlimited beauty, unlimited wealth, unlimited wisdom, unlimited renunciation, unlimited knowledge, unlimited strength, unlimited opulence, wealth. In this way, Krishna is the source of all opulences. And any power, any energy which is derived, if Bhima is very strong, anybody who is strong, the strength is who's the source, who's the bandar, who's the source of this is Krishna. If you see any little beauty in this world, whether it's natural beauty or some person is beautiful, that is a very, 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 very minute aspect of a gift from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Due to the Punya Karma, Krishna awards them the gift of beauty, awards the gift of intelligence. So in this way, it will be awarded by the Supreme Lord. So it is just a very, very minute portion, and it's temporary as well. So here it is 2 things are there. One is very minute and it's temporary, but still it is provided by the Supreme Lord. So the energies and the powers are derived from the Supreme Source. So another definition which we can give over here is Krishna is Purusha, the Supreme Lord, and everything else is Prakriti. Means there are of course expansions and incarnations of the Supreme Lord who are called like Purushas only. They are also Purushas, Purusha incarnations and Purusha expansions. But if you see Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he has unlimited energies, unlimited powers or energies. So all these energies comes from Krishna as the source. And he has 3 primary category of energy. We can divide this unlimited energy into 3 categories. Internal energy, marginal energy, and external energy. Internal energy is all gopis, Radharani, and all those are spiritual world which is created. All these are internal energy. And then the jivas, all our living entities are marginal energy. And the material world which is created, Durga and further, and all this matter which you are seeing are all part of external energy. So these are all energy from the energetic. So Krishna is the energetic. And these are all energies. So all the energies emanate from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So even when we are Tatastha Shakti, we are Tatastha Shakti, which is marginal potency, we come here to the material world. So we ourselves are or our source is Krishna. And in the material world, we acquire some material body. And in the body, we may have some level of intelligence, a level of wealth, level of wisdom, the level of beauty, level of renunciation. Some people are really proud of renunciation. Some people are proud of beauty. Some people are proud of intelligence. Some people are proud of their wealth. Some people are proud of in this way, everybody is in this proud. So here, Prabhupada is mentioning one should not be proud. One should not be puffed up by the borrowed plums. So it is being borrowed from Krishna. It's borrowed from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one should not be proud. You borrow, you're already alone in material world. The borrowing is glorified, okay? The loan mela, you go, the bank, house loan mela, loan mela. How can, and regular Indian civilization, proper Vedic understanding, people are very clear. If you take a loan, you're a beggar, you're a debtor. And when you see in accounts, if you have any of you have done accounts or studied accounts a little bit, you will see that you will have money, but it will be written in debt. When somebody has given you money, he will be the creditor and you will be the debtor. How? Because you have to repay him. So the borrowed thing is not yours. You're supposed to repay. That moment, then you become entangled. In next life, you have to come and repay him. You will become a servant. So even in this very same life, they are smart enough in Vedic culture. They'll say that if somebody is giving you money, either free or if they are giving you money for borrowing, you'll say no. But nowadays, all the banks, every day we receive calls saying that, sir, you want credit card? Sir, you want loan? Sir, you want credit card? Sir, you want loan? So here, Prabhupada is mentioning that we should not be puffed up by the borrowed plums. So all energies and powers are coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead only. There is nothing for us to be proud of. Even we ourselves are derived from the Supreme as a Tatastha Shakti. So what is there to be proud of? Nothing is there. So naturally, humility is not a character which you need to develop. By default, our situation is that we have to be humble. Naturally, this is the status of us. So Lord Krishna, so as they act as long, so here everything is derived from Krishna only, we are borrowed from Krishna. So there is nothing to be proud of. They act as long as they desire and cease to function as soon as it is being withdrawn. Take beauty, somebody has the Miss World. Wow, you're a Miss World. Okay, 10 years, 20 years, they manage somehow in the industry. They take acting or some other profession, modeling, and they survive, try to survive, and so much struggle to maintain their beauty. Because when somebody is youthful, naturally beauty will be there. And as they grow old, the beauty will go. And when they become old age, really the beauty is no more existing. So it is first of all temporary. But Krishna is the one who will decide when to give in, even as a devotee. Don't think that Arjuna is permanently like that. Like if you take Bajrangabali, Hanuman. So Hanuman, he as Bajrangabali, he had unlimited strength, amazing strength. So many places he has displayed. He has carried a mountain. If they just wanted a herb to cure Lakshmana, but he carried an entire mountain. They flew across Lanka. They showed Vishwarupa to many people. Bhima was not even able to lift the tail of Hanuman. In this way, extraordinary Shakti, power he has shown. But actually, in Chaitanya Leela, he came as Murari Gupta, a simple, wonderful yoga teacher and a physician, later became a pure devotee, Hare Krishna devotee, Sankirtani movement devotee of Lord Chaitanya, very, very dear associate of Lord Chaitanya. But in that, he didn't display the power. This is one example. Another, so for service of Krishna that is given, and then the service is over, the power is withdrawn. It's not required anymore. Don't think that permanently you'll have the power and you can puffed up and you can roam around here and there. I have got the power. I know this. All your I is nothing. You're simply a part and parcel of Krishna. It's just and when you are actually glorious is when we become ardent lover of Krishna. We just love their Lord with all their heart and all their soul. That love is the only qualification, only thing which can bring glory to us. None other capabilities. The capability is the symptom of Purusha, not the Prakriti. Providing, protecting, capability, controlling, all this. So Krishna, what is that? Ishvara, Parama Krishna, Satsiddhananda Vigraha, Nadir Adi Govinda. So he is the Sarvakarana Karanam. So anything which emanates from him, all the opulence belongs to him. We have an opulence. So this opulence of a jiva, and opulence of the Supreme Lord has to be very nicely understood, discriminatingly understood. Because in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, we can understand this very, very nicely. Okay, so the beauty belongs to Krishna only. I don't have anything. Even if I have some little beauty in this world, that is given by Krishna only and it will be withdrawn. Okay, fine. I cannot have strength. Okay. You can't have any bit of strength also. Okay, abala. Shakti buddhihina dina we are saying. Many places abala, gopis mention themselves as abala. So abala means no strength only. Totally no strength. Okay. So now you can ask, then what am I? I won't have anything. Huh? What is my ornaments? What is my opulence? So that is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavata, that Guru Maharaj Chaitanya Leela class, the ornaments of a devotee is described. The ornaments which Radharani wore, which attracted Krishna, is all the various bhava, which she expressions, which she expressed, while the feelings which she had, which even Krishna hankered to have this opulence. So as a devotee, we have the opulence called devotional service. We have this opulence. This is the devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam, Dasyam Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. When we do perform this devotional service activities, we experience such an experience, and we will be so opulent and well decorated as a spirit soul. By materialistic beauty, we cannot attract Krishna. Great men, great kings also fell down by the beautiful beauty. But Krishna cannot be attracted by the bodily beauty and all wealth or anything, because he's the reservoir, he's the source. All six opulences, he is in full, unlimitedly growing, unlimitedly existing in him. So how he will be attracted by this? So what he will be attracted by? He'll be attracted by devotional service. And that is the ornament of a devotee. There's a chapters which describe ornament of devotee. And ornament of Srimati Radharani, which is described. There was very, very beautiful conversation. This I always used to remember, like after Rath Yatra, the Puri Rath Yatra is over, the Ratha went to the Gundicha temple. And when the Ratha was returning back, that time Lakshmi Devi will come out with all her servants and she'll not allow Jagannath to enter back into the temple. And she'll be showing her opulence with great, wonderful silk saris and jewelry and full of opulence. She'll be roaming around here and there. At that time, Narada Muni, that is Narada Muni came as Srivas Thakur and Lalita Sikhi came as Sarup Damodar Goswami, like this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all of them will see Lakshmi going in the palanquin. So the Pandas carry the Lakshmi deity here and there and speak dialogues. Very beautiful dramatical pastime happens. So in festival, they all attended. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attend this festival with his associates. At that time, Srivas Thakur is telling, see, look at my master, look at my Devi, Lakshmi, mother. Look at my mother, how opulent she is. Look at the jewelry she's wearing. Look at her beauty. Look at her dress and the way she is having so many servants. So in this way, he'll glorify. So who will not get attracted? So Krishna will get attracted. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and associates, they will take their chadar, dhoti chadar, and just keep on the mouth and they laugh. They laugh. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Oh, what you are saying about this?" Then he's looking at Swarup Damodar Goswami, who's Lalita Sakhi, and telling, "Okay, Swarupa, you tell me what is the ornament Radharani is wearing, which is actually attracting Krishna. This ornaments will not attract Krishna. That ornament you tell." That time, Swarup Damodar Goswami is explaining about the various emotions which Radharani undergoes and the behaviors, like a mental. Like now also we see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna wanted to experience this beautiful feelings. And he now running towards Tataka Parvata, the sand dunes. That's there in the Puri, very, very beautiful places in Puri. We can all see that these beautiful places are still existing, where Lord Chaitanya experienced these ecstasies and he's wearing these kind of ornaments and seeing the ornament of Bhushana Angam, Krishna is called, the ornament of ornament, but that beautiful Krishna is getting attracted. So Radharani is called as Madana Mohana Mohini. Krishna is called Madana Mohana. He attracts even Cupid. Cupid attracts everybody. Even Shiva was once attracted by Cupid. Even Brahma was attracted by Cupid. Manmata, Madana, he's called. He can attract everybody. He can make anybody attract. But that Madana gets attracted. Thousands of Manmadas get faint when seeing Krishna. He can attract everybody. So Krishna is called Madana Mohan. But Radharani is called Madana Mohana Mohini because she can attract even that Krishna. This much opulence. So the opulence of the living entity is different from the opulence of the Supreme Lord. So what we do, we falsely murgas, we understand ourselves to be the body and we consider ourselves to be the controller and play a little Krishna role where the opulences of Krishna a little bit we get and we become puffed up by our capabilities. The actual capability which a spirit soul can have in completeness is the Bhava and Prema. The pure love for Krishna is the only opulence of a living entity which can even attract the Supreme Personality of God. So it's a very, very great opulence. One should hanker for this emotions and affection for Krishna, and should never ever get puffed up by the energy which we are getting in order to perform the devotional service. In material world, if you get any energy, so here Prabhupada is further mentioning, giving an example, very, very nice analogy of a powerhouse. So the energy, all the electrical energies are received from the powerhouse. But as soon as the powerhouse stops supplying energy, the bulbs has no use. You may have many thousands of bulbs, but the energy should come from the powerhouse. If there is no current, no power, how much ever you have AC, you have fridge, you have washing machine, you have mixie, you have grinder, you have bulb, you have everything, fan, nothing will function. Can't even charge a mobile phone unless there's a power coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when will Krishna give power is in order to execute certain, to a devotee to execute certain task. And when the task is over, the power is unnecessary. The similar pastime, we will also see that the Yadus, when they disappear, when the Yadus, they disappear, Krishna will make them die because that much power is not required. Some people may ask, Yadukula is relatives of Krishna, and why did the Yadukula disappear? How can they disappear? It's because that power is not required anymore in this world. That much power is not required in this world. So Krishna withdrew it. Because the Mahabharata war is over, the purpose is over. Similarly, we will also get empowered by the spiritual master and we will execute very, very nice Herculean tasks. And when the service is over, no more required, either will be withdrawn from the world or will be withdrawn, the Shakti will be withdrawn. In this way, the power will go away. So don't think that like material opulence is not our opulence, but this great love for Krishna is our opulence. So here Prabhupada is mentioning, if you have any opulence, any wealth, human civilization and all activities therefore must be dovetailed with the supreme blessing of the Lord. And without this blessing, any advancement in human civilization is like decoration on a dead body. So the three examples which are given, like pouring ghee on the fire, pouring ghee on the ash, but not on the fire. It's a waste. So it's just a waste. If it's not used for Krishna, it's certainly a waste. Any talent, somebody knows to draw very nicely, it's a waste. If they are not drawing for the purpose of Krishna, need not be draw Krishna only. For the purpose of Krishna, they have to draw. If you have a talent, your talent is useful only when you use that talent in the service of Krishna. If you have a talent of very good speech, if you don't preach Krishna consciousness, what is the use of your speech? Just you're earning money, you're living a good life and you're dying. That's all. And you're dead, no more useful. Nobody will talk about you. Sometimes when people have some opulence, I always used to say, just give it to devotees. Let them, for example, somebody knows to make a eggless cake. A Mataji or devotee, they should actually give to other devotees. Because if I keep it to myself, then one day I'll die. And what is the use of the talent if I don't give to others? In material world, we study, we don't give the notes to others because others will progress than us like this. But in spiritual, we will be more than happy if somebody is progressing more than us, because we know Guru and Krishna are watching us and they know that we have contributed something genuinely without duplicity, diplomacy, politics, nothing, simply, plainly, because Krishna is conscious of all living entities. Only we are not conscious of Krishna. We are not Krishna conscious. But Krishna is Supreme Lord and he is conscious of all the living entities. So there is nothing Krishna doesn't know. He knows everything. So nothing we need to worry. We need not worry. We need not create record for Krishna to note our contributions. We need not think like Guru is as an ordinary person. Thinking Guru as an ordinary person is one of the third offense of the holy name, is considering spiritual master as an ordinary person. So spiritual master is like Paramatma, only empowered incarnation. He'll know everything. So because they know everything, we can be simply genuine 24/7 into 365. We can simply be genuine because they know. We need not create false record. Generally, we do timesheet, this thing for the process. We fill all duplicity and all. That we need not do. Just we are being watched anyway. But we need not fear about that watching because he's the best friend. Krishna is telling I'm the best friend. So this is a very sweet moment and a sweet where we can originally live our originality and understand that everything comes from Krishna. Be very thankful to what he has given to us and utilize everything in the service of Krishna very happily and nicely. In this way, we can really be happy. And even if it is lost, we know that the purpose is finished. If it is there in my hand, then I use it for Maya. So it is gone. So we should understand this reality and enjoy Krishna consciousness to the full extent. Sukhe dukhe bhule na ko vadane harinam korore. Whether it's sukha or dukha, don't forget, just vadane harinam korore. Happily chant Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Anybody has any questions, comments, or realization, please do share with us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
प्रभुजी इसके पहले वाले श्लोक में दिया हुआ है, वो अब पढ़े हैं. So in order to keep the words of the great Muni, the Lord himself kidnapped his wife from the protection of Arjuna. मतलब मुनि के वचनों को सही बनाने के लिए स्वयं भगवान ने अपनी पत्नियों का अपहरण अर्जुन की सुरक्षा में रहते हुए भी कर लिया.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
हाँ,
कोई भी ब्राह्मण, कोई भी मुनि यदि कोई श्राप देता है, उस श्राप को बनाए रखने वाला भगवान कृष्ण जी हैं.
तो यहाँ प्रश्न ये उठता है कि हम तो अभी तक जानते हैं कि सुप्रीम लॉर्ड श्री कृष्णा है, उन्हीं के द्वारा ब्रह्मांड की जितनी भी चीजें हैं वो सब उन्हीं के द्वारा क्रिएट किया गया है. तो ये यहाँ पर तो मुनि को भगवान से भी बढ़ करके माना गया है.
भगवान कृष्ण को कहते हैं को ब्राह्मण्य हृदय च. वो ब्राह्मण को अपने से ज्यादा मानते हैं. वो ब्राह्मण का जो भी कोई भी बात हो जाता है, उस बात को वो कायम रखते हैं. इसलिए भगवान कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को भगवद गीता में कहा कि नमे भक्त प्रणश्यति. तुम कह दो कि मेरे भक्त कभी जो है क्या बोलते हैं उसको, हारते नहीं, ये तुम डिक्लेयर करो करके अर्जुन को बोलता है. क्योंकि भगवान स्वयं अपने वचन को तो तोड़ देंगे, लेकिन अपने भक्त को, अपने ब्राह्मण को दिया हुआ वचन को कभी तोड़ेंगे नहीं. नहीं तो किसी का कहा हुआ बात कैसा ये होता है. अगर कोई कुछ कहता है, एक ब्राह्मण कहता है, तो वो होता है. क्यों होता है, कैसा होता है? क्योंकि भगवान कृष्ण जो है उसको बनवाता है, उसको कराते हैं. वो भगवान का गुण है. अपने भक्त को अपने से बढ़कर मानते हैं. भक्तिया माम अभिजानाति. जो भगवान कृष्ण की चरण में जाते हैं उनको वो अपने से भी ज्यादा मानते हैं. और ऋषि मुनि और ब्राह्मण जो है उनका रक्षा करना भगवान कृष्ण का जो है स्वयं उनका अपना इच्छा है. इसलिए बोलते को ब्राह्मण हृदय से. गाय और ब्राह्मणों को हमेशा रक्षा करते हैं. वही भगवान भक्त वत्सला कहलाता है. अपनी भक्तों का वो रक्षक है. तो इसलिए दंत वक्र मुनि जो है, कोई भी ऋषि मुनि है, वो भगवान कृष्ण के ऊपर मेडिटेट ध्यान लगा के रख के अपने वो मुनि बनते हैं. और उनका कहा हुआ बात चाहे वो सही हो या गलत हो, उसको आदर करते हैं भगवान कृष्ण भगवान ने. इसी तरह एक बार और हुआ था, वैकुंठ में ही हुआ है। वहां पर जब ये 4 कुमार है ना, सनक, सनातन, सनत, सनत कुमारा, ये चारों जाकर के जया विजया को जब शराब दिया था, भगवान कृष्ण बोला जो आप लोगों ने बोल दिया तो वो होगा। तो भगवान से ही होता है, वो उनका बोलने से नहीं होता। उनका वो ब्राह्मण जब बोल देते हैं तो भगवान उसको 100% उसको स्वीकार करते हैं। वो भगवान का बड़ापन। थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for your association. We'll resume our Srimad Bhagavatam class tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Till then, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
Padita Pawan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
Padita Pawan Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
जय।
Vaishnav Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj.